So let me tell you what's happening in Los Angeles right now. So we got a teacher gets accused of sexual misconduct with a student. I said accused. They didn't get fired, did not get arrested. Instead, they got moved to another school with new students. I know it sounds like a rumor, but it's not. That's the policy. And the union wrote it into the contract. We're talking about LAUSD, the Los Angeles Unified School District, second largest school district in the entire United States of America, over 400,000 students. Your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors' children. And right now, the federal government has opened up a full civil rights investigation into how this district handles teachers accused of sexual misconduct with students.
The federal government in this case is saying that when a teacher in this district is credibly accused of sexual misconduct, they're simply moved, but not fired, while officials investigate. LAUSD and the teachers union says that doesn't exactly paint the full picture. We have their response tonight. We also talked to an attorney who spent more than a decade suing LAUSD for exactly these kinds of cases. The U.S. Department of Education opening an investigation into the Los Angeles Unified School District, claiming that teachers accused of sexual misconduct with students are routinely reassigned, not fired, and not immediately pulled from classrooms. In their announcement, the department saying in part, quote, under Title IX, schools must respond appropriately and address claims of sexual misconduct, including sexual harassment and assault, in a timely manner. But the district seems to be putting the continued employment of sexual predators above the safety of students. But the district and the union are pushing back. An LAUSD spokesperson telling us that those who are being investigated for sexual misconduct are removed from the classroom and assigned to work from home, or to sit in a district-owned room like this one, away from school, no phone or computer, every day while the case is being investigated, what some call teacher's jail. The district over the years has been rocked by several cases of predators in the classroom, and some believe it must be tougher with teachers when first accused.
It surprises me only in the sense that it's been a long time coming.
Morgan Stewart has spent more than a decade bringing sexual abuse cases against LAUSD, most recently securing a $30.5 million settlement last week for 19 more victims of Mark Burnt, the convicted child molester who abused students at Miramonte Elementary in South LA for decades. Total payouts in the Burnt cases alone have now surpassed $200 million, according to attorneys. Stewart believes the teachers union, UTLA, shares some of the blame here.
I think it's semantics. UTLA can say all they want, but they are hiding perpetrators and assisting in hiding perpetrators from the parents of children in the school district.
According to Stewart, if the feds prove the district does not protect student civil rights, the consequences could be severe.
The federal government could easily set a directive where they do not fund a school district through federal funds.
Here's what the Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights found. LAUSD and their teachers union, United Teachers Los Angeles, UTLA, had a settlement agreement. It was signed back in 2024, and buried inside that agreement are conditions under which teachers accused of sexual misconduct can be reassigned. Now, LAUSD is out here saying reassignment means they stay home. But here's the problem. The agreement does not specify that. It doesn't say they stay home. It doesn't say they stay away from students. The language is vague enough that federal investigators are asking, are these people ending up in front of kids again? And nobody's giving a straight answer. The federal government isn't buying the spin, and neither am I, and neither should you. Now, let's talk about what this has cost. Over the last year alone, LAUSD has had to borrow.
The LA Unified School Board is borrowing another $250 million in bonds to settle claims of sexual misconduct. These latest bonds are in addition to the $500 million authorized less than a year ago. This is according to the LA Times. The extra money is needed because of a bill that extended the statute of limitations for filing civil lawsuits regarding childhood sexual abuse. The total cost, including financing, is expected to exceed $1 billion. The money will be paid out of the district's general fund over the next decade or so.
Borrow $750 million to settle sexual misconduct cases. $750 million. That is not a rounding error. That is not a clerical mistake. That is a system that has been broken for so long and covered up for so long that the bill has become astronomical. In February of this year, the FBI raided the home of, maybe you've heard of him, LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho. I think that's how you say it, right in the middle of the scandal.
His school district headquarters office and a Florida home connected to him.
That's right. We have live team coverage beginning with CBS LA senior investigative reporter Ross Palumbo live in St. Pedro, learning more about what led up to the raids. Ross?
Well, Juan and Amy, that raid happening right here at Carvalho's private home just before dawn. We have never seen anything like this with a sitting LAUSD superintendent. The FBI at this hour still not telling us exactly what they were looking for, but sources are telling me that this is somehow related to allegations of a financial crime.
Like 5 helicopters in the air. I was like, what's going on?
Under a chopper-filled sky, FBI agents carting out box after box and going back for more. Neighbors say they also searched this LAUSD vehicle, Carvalho's car, they say, nicknamed the Beast.
And then all of a sudden, the siren went off.
It all began with agents and sirens just after 6 o'clock this morning.
This just seems to be really odd circumstances.
One man saying his first odd sight was a rifle pointed at the house.
I looked outside my window. They had a guy in camo with a rifle pointing at him.
Who was in the sights is unclear, as is who, if anyone, was arrested.
They cuffed somebody. I couldn't tell from the thing, but they cuffed somebody.
The FBI would only say that agents served a search warrant here, the details remaining under seal.
Mr. Carvalho, can we talk to you for a second, sir?
Carvalho himself has not commented, but there has been legal controversy in the past.
No Mr. comment. Carvalho under arrest?
No comment.
Guys, girls, this isn't small. This isn't a fringe thing. This is at the top of the institution. Here's what I need you to understand. This is not one bad teacher. This is not one bad school. This is a system designed to protect employees over students, designed to protect the union over families, designed to protect the institution's reputation over the safety of our children. The Catholic Church, of course, you all know this. They did this for decades. Move the predator, new parish, new victims, new silence. LAUSD is running the same playbook, just with union language instead of canon law. And the parents that are sending their kids to these schools every single day, most of them have no idea this is happening. They're trusting a system that has already decided that their child is less important than a teacher's job security. This should make you furious. This should make you angry. Listen, when you protect the predator, you become a part of the crime. Period. Full stop. I don't care if it's a union contract, a settlement agreement, or even a press release. You don't get to hide behind the paperwork when children are in danger. LAUSD needs a full independent audit. And you know how hard that is to get. UTLA needs to answer for what is in that contract. And every parent in this city needs to demand transparency. Not a statement, not a spokesperson. We need answers, because the federal government has to come in and force a conversation that tells you everything you need to know about how seriously this institution takes your child's safety.